What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? You know who I am. I'm Sal Blue, coming at you on my daily podcast. Listen, probably going to be switching the venue in a couple of weeks to the back to the wine room, man. It is wintertime, and this is a 3-season room, not a 4-season room right now for me. So maybe if I do the floor, the cold air won't come up. But anyway, that's what I'm working with. And so I'm out here, I'm doing my podcast. This is my space right now for 3 seasons out the year. And so maybe I'll get a little fresh look in a couple of weeks with my daily podcast. So here goes, man. We're going to start this off today. Pretty interesting, something I was thinking about because I'm always working and getting things done, and wanted to give you guys another perspective on life, right? And that's what I do, man. I talk to you guys about the top 25 mistakes. Speaking of that, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Go lay down. Boom! That's right. Top 25 mistakes. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get this podcast started, all right? Let's go. What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life. Golden nuggets of mental deliciousness. Listen, you guys will enjoy this book. This book is fantastic, man. And it is just me talking about some of my law enforcement days. Just being transparent with you guys about the mistakes that I have made in my life, in my career, that would have taken me down the path to the bad life had it not been for the right people to direct me in another direction to change up my life, man. They started 180ing my decisions, 180-degree rotation on the decisions I was making, which meant I was making some really bad decisions, guys. And these people that came along in my life, you know, coaches, mentors, people who I respected, who were living the life that I wanted to live, the type of life I wanted to live, said some valuable things to me and really turned my life around. So I'm here just trying to give back, man. Just trying to give back each and every day. Despite what is going on in my life, I'm trying to give back every day because I think that is really important to life, right? I think life is more about what you can give and who you become than what you get and the things you receive, you know? So that's just my philosophy on life. That's how I live. And hopefully the people around me, my family, my children, they believe in that same cause as well. So I'm sipping on some late night coffee just to stay warm out here. But let's get into the topic of today's podcast, man. And the question I'm asking today, right, as I get into some of the things that I like to talk about is, are you so busy making a living that you forget to live? So that is a big question that I think that has come up in a lot of people's lives when it comes to getting things done, when it comes to having a better life. And I think that if you don't truly define what having a good life means, you will fall into what the masses fall into. And here's the deal, guys. Right? The masses fall into many things. Many things the masses fall into, right? Most of the things that the masses fall into are not good, right? Even though they may seem good, even though they may seem like this is the direction that you should be taking your life in. Look at these people. They're happy. They're working hard, and they're just putting in work and dedicating their lives to their company, to their business, to their boss. You know, and they're dedicating it, and they're making tons of money, right? And so I mean, and not a lot of people are making tons of money, but you get what I'm saying, right? Tons of people are dedicated solely to their jobs and their careers, right? And they're just putting in tons of work. And I'm talking husbands, wives, and parents as well, right? I'm not even just talking about young people trying to get started. I'm talking about old people still doing the same thing over and over again, guys. And so you need to be asking yourself this question, right? Are you busy making a living? And have you forgotten to live? Because life is not about the things you collect. It's not about the things you collect. And so just working, being busy, you lose perspective on what's important in life. And I want to help you guys to get that back, to bring it back around so that you understand, okay, what's important to you. And everybody should be living life on their own terms, not dictated by the masses or other people, but how you will want to live and what's most fulfilling for you. So I'm just giving you my opinion on what a lot of people make the mistake of doing, right? Now, everybody always talking about hustle, right? And see, and made most famous by Gary Vaynerchuk. But what I see in a lot of these people is most of these people I observe are always doing something to justify their busyness, being busy, but they still are not getting ahead where it counts, right? So they're hustling and they're moving and they're doing tons of things, right? And all of their time throughout the day is taken up. They're getting up at 4:30 in the morning. They're going to bed at 11:30 at night. But they're not getting ahead where it counts, guys. They're not getting ahead where it counts. So you can be busy all day and still not have the life that you want. You can be busy all day and still never get ahead. You can do it, right? Just because you're waking up at 4:30 in the morning and going to bed at 11:30 at night, only getting 4.5 hours of sleep a day, does not mean that you're going to get ahead, right? And if you do get ahead, it does not mean you're going to get ahead where it counts. So that is what I'm talking about today, right? Getting ahead where it counts, right? Putting all your chips where it matters the most. That is how you have a good life, guys. You got to put the chips where it matters the most. If you don't do that, man, you're not going to have a good life, right? You're just going to have a bunch of things, right? A bunch of things. So let's get on with this. Let's go forward with this, right? And because I get it. I have that drive, right? I had that drive. And when I was younger, I had that drive, and it was an unfocused drive. That same busy, unfocused drive of hunger, right? To make more money, to work more hours, to do more, you think you're becoming more, but what you're doing is you're stripping away actually who you are, right? And replacing it with a non-feeling, non-insensitive person who is losing the best parts of you. And I'll get a little deeper into that, right? But what I'm saying is this, right? All of that hard work, all of the hustle, all of the hours, all of the overtime money, all of the things that I brought will never, ever, ever replace the moments that I lost, right? The moments that I lost, right? Those moments, right, cannot be replaced by money or things, cars, houses. It doesn't matter. They cannot be replaced, right? And what moments am I talking about, guys? I'm going to go even deeper into this, and hopefully you guys grasp the total understanding of what I'm talking about, because this here is life-changing stuff, right? You guys want to know why I'm happy all the time? Why I'm extremely joyous every day that I wake up excited with a purpose? I'll tell you why, guys. I'll tell you why. It's because I don't work for things. I don't work for money. I don't do it, guys. Money is necessary and we make it, right? We make money, but that is not why I work. Okay, if that is your sole purpose of working, to get more things and to get more money, and buy your way through life, wow, I feel really bad for you, because things aren't going to work out the way you think they're going to work out. Okay, you need more than just that things in order to move ahead in life, right? Now, what I notice, right, is when I see people always hustling, the one thing that I noticed was that they give up something, right? You always listen. To get something, you got to give up something. I get it, right? To get something, you have to give up something. These people are always giving up something in order to get the things that they're hustling for, right? But most of the time, the thing that is most important that they give up is the time they spend with their loved ones, right? Are you giving up the time that you spend with your loved ones to be at work all day? And the excuse, what is the excuse that you think they give, right? What is the excuse that you think that most people give when they're getting up at 4:30 in the morning, hustling all day, going to bed at 11:30 at night? What do you think the excuse they're giving? I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it so that I can provide for my family. I'm doing it so that I can give more to my family. I'm giving it so that I can put my kids through college. I'm doing it so that I can buy my wife this nice house, or I can get this nice car, or I can get my children a car when they graduate. And they say these things, right? They say these things as if they have sat down with their wife and their children, right? And they asked them, hey, what's more important to you guys, right? Do you think it's more important that you see me every day and we spend moments together and we share times together? That maybe I pick you up from school every day, come to your games maybe, or we go out on the weekends, or we have a date night, me and you, on a Thursday night. Is that important, or should I just be hustling right now, making this money to give you things that may or may not work out in the future, right? To get you that big house that you want, or to get you that nice car, or to pay all these college bills. What is important to you? Would you rather have time with me, or would you rather have these things? And I don't think that they truly sit down and have a honest conversation with their wife, husbands, or their children about what is most important, right? A lot of parents take for granted that them working and doing all this for their children is that what their children truly want and care for. When the fact is that most parents project their insecurities onto their children, right? Your children don't really want things. Your children truly just want experiences and moments with you. And if you learn how to have shared moments and experiences with your children, I think that your life would just be so much more satisfying. I talk to people right now about my family. My children take every vacation with me and my wife. And we're just a close family, right? I'm just talking about my small family unit, right? And that is what we do. We enjoy times together. We enjoy vacations together. We enjoy moments together, holidays, right? And we spend a lot of time around each other. And we give each other our space, simple household things. We may get on each other's nerves every now and then. But overall, we love each other's company, right? And we love what we've all become as a unit. And that is far more important than any of the money that has been spent, okay, in trying to give my kids things, right? Trying to build this house, trying to buy all these vehicles and do all of these things, right? One of the most fulfilling years that I had as a family, with my family, was the year of the pandemic, right? We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't go any vacations, right? We weren't spending any money, and we were not leaving the house, right? None of that was going on in my household for a year, right? For a year, everybody was home every day, and we made the most of our situation, and we truly, truly began to enjoy each other as a family. And I think that that is key and that is important, man. And so you got to have these conversations with the people who are most important to you, so that you make sure that all the hard work that you do, and all the hustling and everything that you try to achieve, is not in vain, that you're going in the right direction. You got to be pointed in the right direction. So as I said before, man, my question to you is, have you, right, asked your family if they want more things, or do they want more time with you? You need to be asking that question. That's why I put that out there again after just wrapping up that little rant that I just had, guys. But now, in life, right, I want you guys to know, in life, it is key not just to ask questions, guys, not just to ask questions, but, right, to ask the important questions that matter, right? So before any action, guys, before you do anything, you have to ask the questions that matter. And in order to get the questions that matter, you have to speak to the right people, right? So speaking to the right people is going to allow you, right, is going to allow you to go in the right direction with your life, go in the right direction with your decisions. All of the energy that matters, all of the hustle, all of the gusto, everything that you have, putting it in the right direction first, right? Instead of burning off all of this energy and everything that you're doing, and then turn around and realize that you got to backtrack, right? And one thing you can't backtrack on, guys, is time. Once that time is gone, it's gone. You can't backtrack on time. So don't be confused and think that you can backtrack on time. Once you lose it, it is gone, guys. Once that moment is over, you cannot get it back again. So things that matter, time, you got to put in the right moves, man. You got to put in the right moves when it comes to time, right? So now, when I tell people asking the right question, that only comes from, right, listening to the right people and not following the latest trends, like the hustle, hustle, hustle trend, right? You know, obviously, Gary Vee is going to get millions of likes, right? Millions of likes. And that is his life. That is what he's doing, right? But you have to, as my mentor said, you have to match up that person's life, right, with your life, and say, am I willing to sacrifice everything that I have, right, in order to have what he has when it comes to money and influence, right? And for me personally, no, I'm not willing to sacrifice, all of the moments that I've had with my family. It's just what it is, right? It's just what it is. And so, yeah, I'm on a slower grind, a slower pace, because, hey, I take a lot of moments to enjoy my family, right? And we're not starving, and all of my children, their colleges are paid for, okay? But at the same time, hey, I'm not a multi-millionaire. So you got to find out what is your best for you, guys. And whatever's best for you, you go all in on that, right? But you got to ask the right questions from the right people, guys. So don't go running behind the masses or behind the next Facebook or Instagram post or TikTok video, right? Ask the right people, get the right answers, guys. And now we'll take you in the direction that you go. Now, for some people, right, I just want to say this. For some people, the sacrifice may be okay, right? They may say, you know something, my family will see it later on down the line. I'm hustling now. I'm making this money right now. I'm doing it. And they're just going to have to deal with it on the other end, right? And it's okay. And that's okay for some people, right? That is something, right, that you will have to live with if you make that decision, right, long after everything that you have has rust, rotted, and depreciated. long after all the things that you have, you will still have to deal with the implications of you not sharing the moments with your family that you should have shared with your family. Okay? You can't get that back. And I'm going to tell you, I've seen fathers who worked and worked and worked, especially in the law enforcement field, where they've just dedicated their life to law enforcement, and later on down the line in their lives, they don't even know their family. They have changed so much in 20 to 25 to 30 years that now they look at their family and they don't even know anybody. And everybody's grown and everybody's changed, and now they want everybody to be around, and their families off doing their own thing now. Because you weren't there during those moments, right? You weren't there. So now, when you're willing to slow down, everybody else is taking up your bad habit of sacrificing moments for things, guys. So understand that. Understand that. This is so powerful, and I do not want you guys to miss this point, guys. This is life changing, as I've said over and over and over again. And if you want to have the life that you can truly look back on and truly appreciate, then you will need to ask the right questions at the right time, guys. So listen, this is Sal Blue. I'm wrapping up this podcast for today because guess what? I'm going to spend some time with my family. And so after I do that, guys, I'll be posting this on YouTube, guys. It'll be posted on YouTube. It'll be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything. So you'll see the podcast on Spotify and Anchor, as well as the video on YouTube and all the other platforms. So this is Sal Blue signing off, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow with my daily podcast. This is episode 131. You guys have a fantastic evening. Lieutenant Sal Blue signing off. Deuces. Hey, listen, matter of fact, before I sign off, guys, make sure you hop on over to lieutenantsalblue.com. Pick up your free copy. $9.95. You pay the shipping. I ship the book. Man, tons of upsells on that. Got my audiobook on there. You can pick that up, guys. Get an instant, immediate download on that. I got a top 25 mistakes course and a one-on-one coaching where I help you through your problems, man. And that is Lieutenant Sal Blue. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. All right? And the top 25 mistakes group, man, where second halfers help the first halfers have the life that they want, man. So this is Lieutenant Sal Blue now signing off. I will talk to you guys tomorrow with episode 132. Deuces.